Akkalkot Sri Swami Samartha Leelamruta, written by Srimati Matangi, Balaji and Sri J.H. Baratt. Akkalkot and Sri Swami Samarth. Sri Swami Samarth stayed at Akkalkot for about 22 to 23 years. Akkalkot became a paradise during Sri Swami's stay and people lived there happily. Although Akkalkot was a big town, its popularity spread only after the arrival of Sri Swami Maharaj. At that time, the flow of trade also increased. Horses were running restlessly all over the roads, and there was no shortage of rides to Akkalkot from nearby stations. The soil of Akkalkot and Malajurao Raji were very blessed. Sri Swami Samarth saved the king for many difficult situations. Sri Swami Samarth's fame spread from Kashi to Rameshwar. Lakhs of devotees thronged to Akkalkot to receive Sri Swami's darshan. Though Sri Swami was performing same miracle for everyone, each were blessed by only according to their merits. If all Swami's Leela had been recorded, then it would not be possible to contain them in one book. Sri Swami used to have bangles made of brass to play within his hands. These bangles were also have images of deities engraved upon them, which he would use to surprise devotees who visited him by giving them a bangle with their favorite devotee statue. Wooden or ivory vessels filled with grain were placed near Sri Swami. He would take the grains in his hand and play with them like a child. He would never sit in one place for hours, and in a given day, he would alternately sit in 4 to 5 different places. Four types of Swami devotees would typically come to receive the darshan Sri Swami. Those who are in trouble, those who are curious to know the things, those who come to fulfill their desires, and the scholars, most of them who visited Sri Swami were suffering because of the sorrow in this life. But greedy people would also come to fulfill their wishes, mundane desires. The other two categories of devotees were less common. Sri Swami would realize the need of all who came to him and then blessed accordingly. Sri Swami image was so full of tejas that everyone wanted to sit near him and gaze to him. No one would ever want to leave him. When Maharaj was in happy mood, he would allow everyone to stand near him to pray and worship him. However, he was angry when he would grab the puja tray and dump it upside down. His devotees understood the state of mind and very well, and therefore behaved accordingly. Sometimes he would show only one finger while performing the rituals. That meant singing only one stanza of the arti is enough for him, or sometimes two stanzas if he was in a happy mood. Then he would let devotees sing the whole song. When Maharaj was happy, he would be very kind to his devotees. He would allow them to perform service and worship as they wished. If he was angry, even then the king would be afraid to come near him. However, everyone knew that the anger was only feigned and simulated for higher purpose. Every Thursday, Abhishekam would be performed for Sri Swami Samarth. He would be made to sit in a wooden plank and devotees would anoint him from perfume soil all over body and his bathe in lukewarm water. Then they would put him a garland around his neck and perform arti. His forehead would smeared with saffron and perfume, and he would be garlanded with rudraksha and spatika. After this, he would be seated on the throne. Sri Swami was always chanting the name of God. He would offer dates, sugar, candy, and sweets as prasadam to the devotees who came to him. He would always give sweets to the children. Similarly, he would always feed the poor and give food and gifts to everyone in Deepavali and other festivals too. On festive days like Eid and Muharram, he would give gifts to the fakirs and awliya. Even Parsis and Christians used to visit Akkalkot to receive darshan of Sri Swami. Though the someone would always dress and feed Sri Swami Samar, he was an avadhuta. He was never worried about his food and clothing. Sri Swami never believed in caste and religious and differences either. He always displayed great affection towards concerns for the lower caste. Sri Swami knew many languages. He used to speak especially proficient in Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, and Sanskrit. He could easily read everyone's mind and know the innermost thoughts of each and every person who stood in front of him. He would then convey his wishes to them, his words and gestures. Most of them time the word he spoke were incomprehensible to everyone except his close disciples or other devotees who could understand his words and convey them to others. However, there is no doubt that his darshan alone would fulfill all the needs of the devotee. Sri Swami Samarth. Here ends chapter 52 of this pious book.